It just pisses me off. And then
you're good. Take a break. Take a break.
Yeah, take a breather.
Jake Paul is literally freaking out because Mike Tyson just leaked some of his bizarre audio files. And you know what? We all have our skeletons in the closet, right? But these secrets, man, they're on another level. Straight from Jake's own mouth, we've got cheating, accusations, and even some harassment. Behind that charming face of his, there's a whole lot of ugly. But you know what they say? What goes around comes around, and it looks like Jake's day of reckoning has finally come after all his manipulations. And guess what? The recordings that Mike Tyson leaked are sending shockwaves through the community like a tsunami of scandal. We're talking about Jake Paul in a damning conversation with his secretary, Lisa Thompson. And before you even think about doubting these tapes, let me assure you, they've been checked by the Forensic Audio Analysis Department. These guys use super high-tech gear to make sure these recordings are the real deal. No tampering, no funny business. So Jake can't just wave them off as fake news trying to ruin his oh-so-credible reputation. So in these tapes, Jake is caught red-handed plotting to fix a match with none other than Mike Perry. Yep, Mr. YouTube star turned boxer is allegedly scheming to rig a fight. This isn't just a little oopsie. It's a potential career ender. In the audio, Jake is coolly instructing Lisa on how to get in touch with Perry's team. He's talking about making sure Perry hits the mat in the third round, and he even specifies the bribe amount. The way he chats about it so casually makes you wonder if this is just another day at the office for him. Seriously, how many of his fights have been rigged? And after being caught, you are crying this hard?
Pisses me off. And then
you're good. Take a break. Take a break.
Yeah, take a breather.
Now, match fixing is a huge deal in the sports world. For the uninitiated, it means predetermining the outcome of a sporting event, usually for cash. It's the ultimate cheat move, wrecking the very idea of fair competition. Fans shell out their hard-earned money expecting a genuine contest only to be duped. And athletes who bust their butts training are robbed of a fair shot. It's like watching a movie when you already know the ending. What's the point? For Jake Paul, this scandal is like a wrecking ball to his entire persona. His whole brand hinges on being the scrappy, authentic fighter who clawed his way to the top. If people believe he's been fixing fights, that image shatters. Trust is everything in sports, and once it's gone, good luck getting it back. His fans, especially the young ones who idolize him, are going to be crushed. They might start jumping ships faster than rats on a sinking boat. And let's talk about the potential fallout for Jake's career. Boxers need their reputations to land fights, endorsements, and media deals. If he's guilty of match fixing, he could get banned by major boxing organizations, which would pretty much end his career in the ring. Promoters won't touch him with a 10-foot pole, worried about their own credibility taking a hit. Sponsors? They'll be running for the hills, not wanting their brands linked to a cheater. Financially, this could be a knockout punch for Jake. But it's not just Jake's career that's on the line. The integrity of boxing is at stake too. These leaked files weren't just about Jake fixing his upcoming fight with Mike Perry. Nope. They also reveal a dirty little secret that's been swirling around but never proven until now. Remember that time Jake was on a flight and uploaded a video where he seemed totally out of it?
Getting nicked out here, Mike. Oh, could I bum a cigarette? Editor, every time I go like this for the whole weekend, put Tyson.
He blamed it on too much wine, but we all had our suspicions. Well, guess what? The audio files spill the beans, and it's way worse than we thought. Jake himself is caught talking about his love for steroids and cocaine. Yep, you heard it right. He's asking his secretary, Lisa Thompson, to score these goodies for him. Steroids to boost his performance and coke for, a bit of fun before big events. This isn't just alarming, it's a career crusher. Using steroids in sports is a huge no-no. These bad boys are synthetic versions of testosterone, used to pump up muscle mass, boost performance, and cut recovery time. But they're strictly banned in pro sports, including boxing. The World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, has a long list of banned substances, and steroids are right up there at the top. And cocaine? Well, it might not help you in the ring, but it's illegal and seriously bad news. It's banned by sports authorities and illegal under federal law. Dana White has already made it clear that
I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years.
Health-wise, using these drugs is like playing Russian roulette. Steroids can mess you up big time. Think liver damage, high blood pressure, roid rage, and a higher risk of heart disease and strokes. Long-term use can also cause hormonal chaos, leading to permanent damage. Cocaine is a different beast, but just as dangerous. It's highly addictive and can wreak havoc on your heart, leading to heart attacks. Mentally, it can drive you into anxiety, paranoia, and depression. For an athlete, These drugs can cut your career short or even end your life. Jake Paul's drug requests are a double whammy, tarnishing his rep and putting his health on the line. This scandal brings to mind some notorious drug scandals in boxing. Remember Saul Canelo Alvarez in 2018 who got busted for clenbuterol, a banned substance he blamed on tainted meat? He got a 6-month suspension and his rep took a hit. These cases show how serious the fallout from drug use in boxing can be. Jake Paul could face similar or even harsher penalties. The Nevada State Athletic Commission, NSAC, which oversees boxing in the state, has strict rules against performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs. If Jake's guilty, he could be suspended for months or even years, barring him from sanctioned fights during that time. He'd also face hefty fines, possibly in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, which would be a major financial blow. And just as anyone would have denied such pure allegations, Jake does it too.
I'm a fat I don't do steroids, and I take it as a compliment because there's no other excuse to me knocking out all of your champions.
But the punishment doesn't end there. Sponsors and endorsements, crucial income streams for athletes, would likely vanish. Companies don't want to be linked to a drug scandal, so they'd pull their support, leading to a significant loss of income. The public backlash would be brutal, with fans feeling betrayed by Jake's actions. They might abandon him, further isolating him from the fan base that helped him rise to fame. In the wake of these revelations, the boxing world is likely to push for stricter regulations and tougher testing to prevent future scandals. The sport's integrity is on the line, and governing bodies will want to keep boxing fair and clean. This could mean more frequent and rigorous drug tests, making it harder for athletes to use PEDs without getting caught. And the whole boxing world is just abusing him right now.
I mean, how old is Mike Tyson? 60?
57.
57. Jake Paul?
27.
You are a disgrace of a man. You are the epitome of weakness. You are the scum of the earth. The fact that you even have a platform or anything of that nature is a slight on society.
And if you think Jake Paul's string of bad luck ended there, think again. Because when bad luck hits, it hits like a freight train on a revenge mission. Remember how Jake abruptly canceled his fight with Mike Tyson? Yep, that actually happened. Jake, trying to keep his slate clean before his planned bout with Mike Perry, just pulled the plug out of the blue. One of the big-ticket items in Tyson's lawsuit is the claim for damages. Canceling a fight of this magnitude leads to massive financial losses. We're talking about lost ticket sales, pay-per-view buys, and sponsorship deals. Court documents filed with the New York State Supreme Court on June 15, 2024, estimate the ticket sales loss alone at a jaw-dropping $50 million. And pay-per-view, that was projected to hit 1.5 million buys at $79.99 each, totaling nearly $120 million. Promotional costs are another hefty chunk of this lawsuit. Promoting a major fight is no small feat. It's a full-scale operation involving advertising, media appearances, press conferences, and more. Tyson's team threw down an estimated $25 million on promotion, all of which is now a sunk cost thanks to the cancellation. Well, there are a few possible outcomes. They could settle out of court, which is often the go-to in high-profile cases to avoid a lengthy public courtroom drama. If Jake agrees to settle, he could be looking at paying Tyson somewhere between $150 to $200 million or cha-ching. But if they decide to duke it out in court, expect a media circus. A trial would involve digging into every detail of the contract, financial records, and communications. Tyson's legal eagles would bring the evidence, while Jake's defense would try to downplay the damages and justify the cancellation. This could drag on for months, maybe even years, with the final judgment possibly ordering Jake to cough up the full $350 million. And this is the hot topic nowadays.
Jake Paul natural? No. I can say that with pretty certain confidence in that statement, mainly because, as you heard me mention, I know a lot of the people he trains with, and I have heard things.
There's also the long shot possibility that Jake might agree to reschedule the fight. This could help mitigate the financial fallout and allow both fighters to fulfill their contractual obligations. But it would take serious negotiations and guarantees to prevent another cancellation fiasco. Plus, they'd need to re-promote the whole event, adding more costs and effort to rebuild the buzz. No matter how this shakes out, the Tyson versus Jake Paul legal showdown highlights just how high the stakes are in professional boxing. The financial and legal ramifications of canceling such a high-profile fight underscore the critical importance of sticking to contractual commitments. The boxing world is on the edge of its seat, watching to see how this epic battle unfolds and what it means for the future of both Tyson and Jake Paul. And a guy like Jake, already neck-deep in scandals with leaked audios and a secretary ready to spill the beans to the legal team, really can't afford to play the tough guy anymore. He's backed into a corner and has to play nice, doing whatever Tyson and his legal team demand. This might just be Jake's golden chance, or maybe his last one, to clean up at least some of his mess and salvage a bit of his tarnished reputation. So, stay tuned because this saga is far from over and Jake's got some serious work to do if he wants to come out of this disaster in one piece.